Hello, and welcome back to Gunpla with Dad. In the quiet work still counts, we talked about how the little things add up. I want to revisit that topic with a bit more context because context can redefine understanding. As I work on this kit, you'll notice that the inner frame, not the armor or the panel line details, doesn't always get the attention they deserve. You may have noticed that every connection matters, every joint, every support point, and every bit of alignment because of the frame. It is what carries the entire build. If something is off just a little, you'll see it later. The armor won't sit right, seam lines will be more obvious, poses won't hold, and the balance could be completely off. And most of the time, no one's going to look at a finished kit and say, "Wow, you really took time for that inner frame." But they'll notice if you don't. And that's the thing about responsibility. It's not always recognized, it's not always praised, but it's always there holding it together. When I work on the frame, there's a different kind of focus. It's not about making it look perfect, it's just making sure that it's right. That it can support what comes next. That it can handle the weight it's going to carry. And sometimes that means slowing down a little more than usual, checking the fit and making sure every piece is fully seated. Because as the armor goes on, this part doesn't get revisited the same way. It just does its job, quietly and consistently, without drawing attention to itself. And that feels similar, because in life, responsibility works the same way. Providing for your family, showing up every day, making sure things are taken care of even when you're tired, even when no one else says anything about it. That weight is real. Because being someone that others rely on is never light work. Whether it's at work, where people depend on you to do your part, to show up and show out, or at home, where your presence means stability, where your consistency creates a state of safety, or as a parent, where the things you do and the things you don't shape someone else's world. That's weight, and sometimes it feels really heavy. There are days when you sit down and you feel it, not in a dramatic way and not all at once, but in the quiet moments when you realize just how much someone depends on you. It becomes relatively easy to think of that weight as something negative, something to carry, something to push through. But when I'm building the frame, I see it a little differently. Because without this structure, there is no build. The armor doesn't matter. The details doesn't matter. The finished pose won't matter if there's nothing underneath to support it. And that's what responsibility really is. It's support. It's being a part of the structure that allows everything else to exist. And that doesn't mean you have to carry everything alone. Even in this frame, the weight isn't held by one piece. It's distributed across multiple joints, working together. And that's what matters. Because sometimes we take on more than we need to. We try to be the entire frame, instead of just our part in it. And over time, that gets heavy in a way that isn't sustainable. But responsibility, when it's balanced, when it's shared, it becomes something different. It becomes something meaningful. Because it's not just about what you're carrying, it's about why you're carrying it. At the table, the build comes together. There's a quiet confidence in it. It's not flashy nor loud, just solid, stoic. And that's something I think about a lot. Because the people that we rely on most in life often aren't the loudest. They're the ones who are consistent, reliable, and steady. The ones who show up even when it's not convenient. The ones who carry what needs to be carried without needing recognition for it. And maybe that's what we're building here. Not just a model, but a reflection of that kind of presence. Something that holds together even when no one's looking at the parts doing the work. So if you've been feeling that weight, you've been carrying the responsibility in your life, Just know that weight isn't meaningless. It might not have always been seen. It might not always get acknowledged, but it matters because something or someone is standing stronger because of it. Because the strength of the build doesn't come from what's seen, it comes from what's supporting it underneath. The weight you carry means something or someone is depending on you. Gunflow with Dad. Build, reflect, repeat. And as always, thank you for watching.